Here we go now. listeners. I'm Patch Kansana, and you are watching Curve TV, your collaborative construction show, Season 3. Curve TV brings you the different sides and faces of the industry like never before. Fresh, inspiring, unintimidating. So join us for an hour of talk and more. Let's get ahead of the curve. Partners, as introduced last week by Mr. Yosuke Tanaka, General Manager and Country Head of Panasonic Philippines Life Solutions Group, we are opening our Panasonic Bulldogs Limited engagement with Panasonic Life Solutions Security. Let's call in Systems Section Manager Engineer Nico Placer to tell us more about their security solutions. Hi, Engineer Nico.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, Nico. Nice to see you, and thank you so much for being here on the show with us. I can already see your wall of Panasonic behind you. But first, before you show us what you have prepared for us this evening, how are you doing?
Yeah, yes, you mentioned, no, kasi right now I'm in the office.
Okay.
I'm good. Basically, we're still on the skeletal work arrangements right now, but
Mm-hmm.
basically all are fine naman.
Okay, and so you're at work, meaning work in the office na kayo, yung setup ninyo, Nico.
Right now we're still in skeletal. So parang once or
Mm-hmm.
twice per week pa lang yung reporting namin in the office. Pero we're
Oh,
doing field works na rin naman.
and that I guess when I was talking to Mr. Tanaka last week, no, he was telling me how you guys were able to adjust. And I know this about Panasonic is even if during the pandemic the lockdown is there and medyo mahirap yung transportation and yung logistics, you guys were able to find a way to still produce products that are very relevant to our situation now. And this is precisely an interesting topic because we are going to talk about security. And alam ko marami kang prepare for us today, Nico. But first, let's also tell our audience and those who are watching us that at the end of our episode, the Panasonic team, and of course Nico, will select three lucky winners to receive special Panasonic gifts. And we'll be announcing it after the show. So, Nico, make sure ha na nandyan yung gifts mo. Baka mamaya bawiin mo
Yes.
yan. So for those who are watching, please keep commenting in our social. If you have any questions for the Panasonic team, please just put it in our Dropbox. It's there on Facebook. You can also do it on YouTube or in Kumu. Okay, so Nico, I'm excited. What have you prepared for our Curve TV?
Yes. Basically for am I clear now? Parang nawala yung audio ko for my part. Yeah. Hello?
Go ahead.
Yes, sorry. Basically for today or for this particular discussion, no, so I think this will be a series of presentations from Panasonic side, but we will be jump starting it with the security. So for this particular
Mm.
presentation, basically kasi right now, from our direction, we are not just presenting the products lang, yung normal standard type of presentation. Right now, yung direction namin is into solution presentation. So, as we are gearing towards the B2B lineup din, so as much as possible, yung mga problems that are facing by mga customers natin when it comes to different types of requirements, yun na yung tina-try namin na i-provide. So, not just one product but groups of product na pwedeng makapag-provide ng certain solution with our customers. So, as I mentioned, for this particular presentation, we will be focusing on the security solution that we are providing that or we can provide with our customer. So these are the different types of solution which you will be seeing or watching for several episodes of Curve TV. So for the security, Next. Yes. So this will just be a brief explanation of the lineup that are focusing on security solutions. So to begin with, I'll be starting with the pinaka newest part of our product family, which is the door hardware and systems. So basically, these are sets of products or sets of systems and products that are focusing on door solutions. So basically, when it comes to doors, nandun yung small hardware like the guards, bolts, and hinges. So for those type of product, we have several lineups applicable for different type of door panels and door sizes. And these products are made up of fine, very fine aluminum die-cast material. We also have locks na made up of stainless naman. So rest assured na yung pinaka-quality ng materials, very good. And then on this lineup din meron din tayong mga closers, yung mga door closers natin, which are capable of handling then different sizes of doors and even yung different weights of doors. Especially right now sa mga projects, iba't iba na yung material pagdating dun sa mga door panels eh. So for our closers naman, we have certain features which are different from other types of door closers, especially dun sa kanyang sealing type mechanism kasi um, normally kasi nagiging problem ng mga gantong types of product, once na magkaroon ng leakage ng oil, automatic sira na yung product natin, hindi siya repairable. So for Panasonic, we have a certain type of security or to technology to seal tight the oil. And at the same time, for this particular product din, yung closers natin, no, it is capable and tested for 500,000 times of use. So rest assured na for long last talaga siya. So, at the same time, meron din tayong mga floor, clamp floor and springs. Perfect naman to dun sa mga glass doors na mga type ng material, especially for the commercial establishments, mga malls. And lastly, for this product, we also have the auto door naman, which we will be focusing din for this particular discussion. So for the auto door, we have the full system including the engine, even the sensor. So for this product nga lang hindi kasama yung door itself, no. So this is just the mechanism tsaka yung kanyang sensors. And then continuing with the security, so we started with the door. So let's now go to the other type of security that we are providing, which is the fire security naman. So for the fire security, I'll be starting with our standard smoke alarm or smoke detector. So for our smoke alarm, it is battery operated. So the battery is powered by lithium battery made by Panasonic din po yan. So as we all know, lithium can last longer than ordinary batteries, no? So from our test from the test conducted by the factory, yung battery ng smoke alarm namin can last up to 10 years. Gano'n siya katagal. So at the same time, for this particular product, meron na rin siyang built-in sounder. At the same time, meron din po siyang pre-recorded voice. So ibig sabihin po nagsasalita yung smoke alarm natin. It has four pre-recorded voice for fire, for low battery, for problem, at saka yung checking. So, basically alam natin kung ano yung alert ng detector itself. Hindi tayo manghuhula kung bakit nag-a-alarm siya, low bat ba yan, wala namang fire. So, basically sinasabi niya talaga yung nade-detect niya or yung current na status ng system na niya. And then followed by the standalone, of course meron din naman tayo nung system type, which is one of the flagship system product din that we are promoting right now. So for the fire alarm system, we are selling the fully addressable type. It's analog technology type. So we are selling the full system from the panel to the detectors and even to the sirens and yung ating mga manual call points. And then good thing with Panasonic detectors, so we are one of the first in terms of the technology when it comes to AI. So we were able um, to include an artificial intelligence to our detector wherein yung detector itself can work as a sensor. So nalalaman niya yung actual na scenario dun sa environment to where it is installed. So in that case, magkakaroon siya ng sensor adjustment. So not necessarily may smoke puff lang or for example may nagluto ka lang mag-a-alarm kaagad siya, no. So meron siyang specific na sensing technology wherein pag-aaralan niya yung actual scenario dun sa specific location. So meron din tayong iba't ibang types of technology pa involved with our fire alarm system, we also have the wireless detector then. And then lastly, yung mga modules naman natin which can be integrated with different types of system then. Yung mga sprinkler type or can be integrated with auto door itself. So yun yung aming security solutions that we can offer for our clients. Thank you.
And Nico, for us
Yes.
to have a better discussion also, we have one more guest that will help us, understand and see how can we apply the different products of Panasonic, especially your building security systems. So we'd like to introduce our guest for tonight. He is a senior fire protection engineer, Engineer Gilbert Rivera. Hi, sir. Good evening.
Hi. Hi, good evening. Good evening sa inyo.
Evening, sir.
Engineer Gilbert, I love the polo. So funky. Okay,
Thank you.
kami ni Nico, we're very basic, no? Black at saka beige. Ikaw talagang very funky. I love it. Okay, so Gilbert, tonight we are going to talk about building security systems. And you, as a fire protection engineer, importante para sa inyo yung products ng Panasonic, no? First of all, what type of projects do you guys do, Gilbert?
Um Actually previously we have high rise
Mm-hmm.
building, BPOs,
Mm-hmm.
also previous are data centers. So, yun na
Yan.
yung medyo boom ngayon sa sa
Uh-huh.
sa industry. So, pero syempre yung high-rise natin for residentials are syempre
Mm-hmm.
nandiyan lagi sila. So, most of the yung product smoke
Mm-hmm.
detectors are really siya kailangan talaga siya dito sa mga occupancies like this one for safety reason and for life safety.
Exactly. And ano na siya eh, it's a requirement, 'di ba? At saka talagang importante kailangan talaga yung mga system na yan, especially for residential projects. But it's nice that you mentioned, Gilbert, that you do also BPOs and data centers. And these two typologies, importante ang security dito, right? Especially data centers, and good that you mentioned that it is really booming because of the, everything now is in data. That's the one of the wealthiest thing now in our world, but data is so important. Everybody's trying to get information. And you as a fire protection engineer, when you design buildings, yan ang talagang tight ang security ninyo dyan. And can you tell us how important security is for these projects?
Um, Unang-una kasi with regards sa ganyang aspect, it's more of life safety when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
security. So we're going to go with this smoke detector. Siyempre, smoke detector, siya yung early protection natin. It gives us the warning, meron siyang mga sounds. And then, of course, in the absence na, syempre, kung tulog na yung mga tao, normally, yung the least na hindi natin na-expect na magkaroon bigla ng sunog. So, we have the automatic system or we have the,
Mm-hmm.
ayan, yung katulad ng what Engineer Nico has presented a while ago. So, it is very important for those who are, safety ng property and safety ng
Mm-hmm.
buhay. So
Mm-hmm.
primarily, every project, even our code, yung
Mm-hmm.
code natin para protection, uh, uh, it says na mandatory,
Mm-hmm.
meaning no exemption. So it's mandatory.
And kailangan kasi talaga, dati fire protection lang talaga tawag natin dyan. Ngayon, meron talagang life and safety na. And we're really
Yes.
pointing that out, di ba? Dati
Mm,
very simple, now we're very precise regarding that. And it's a different, it's a specialization, di ba, Gilbert, yung part na yon.
yes, yes,
Um,
yes.
for your new projects, and I'm sure Nico would love to hear this also, at what stage do you really include your security systems, or at what stage do you require security solutions?
Okay. This is something that architects and engineer,
Mm.
my team, before may team ako na uh, we're doing the concept at the early stage talaga.
Mm-hmm.
We ask the architect na may you please include this room, this dimension. This is for the fire command center, this is yung para sa security room, and we need this closet for the risers ng mga
Mhm.
ng detectors in every floors. I mean, the architect should provide those
Mhm.
areas. So kailangan talaga siya. And alam ko this is a minus dun sa what you call this, the efficiency of the building, right?
Mm,
So
yes.
sorry, I mean, ano, yun nga, kabawasan siya. Pero one way or the other, yung security, kailangan siya talaga during the conceptual stage. Kasama na sila. Kasama na kami as a whole. Kasi MEPF, kasama na yan. Dapat. Mm.
Tama, yun ang ideal, ano, yun yung ideal scenario, Gilbert. Pero ang alam naman
Yes.
natin, not all the time, concept, nandun na siya, di ba?
Yes,
Pumapasok
correct.
na lang yan at the onset, parang patapos na nga ng SD, minsan pumapasok yan. Ang nangyayari, parang DD, doon na lang talaga
Oo.
napupunta, di ba? Which is very hard kasi tama kaya during the concept stage dapat napaplano na natin yan, and it's very important and crucial in planning the building. Nico,
Correct.
from your end, no, you talk to different consultants. Kayo yung nagsusupply and you guys create the solution for them. In reality, anong stage ba talaga pumapasok yung system solutions ng Panasonic kapag
Hmm.
consultants kausap nyo?
Basically for majority ng mga project na na-encounter namin, mostly nag-i-inquire sila sa amin during design stage pa lang talaga.
Mm.
But, there are cases din naman na yung project is ongoing na yung construction kagaya nga nung
Mm.
nasabi mo tapos parang hinahabol na lang nila yung yung, abang dun sa fire alarm system. So, case to case basis din pero if most of the consultants that we are approaching nasa design stage pa lang talaga yung mga project, nako-consider na
And
nila
mas
yung fire alarm
Oo,
system.
mas madali 'yon, 'di ba, i-design.
Yes.
Pero
Hmm.
Gilbert, given that for example, we're talking about new projects from the design stage pa lang. What about those existing buildings naman that we try to improve? Ano ngayon ang atake ninyo on that?
With regards to sa mga existing building, kasi normally chine-check naman sila ng Bureau of Fire. So
Mm.
the list na pinipresent is that ito yung assessment ng Bureau of Fire. So
Mhm.
it is parang court law na they have to
Aha.
abide. So if it is mandated by the authority having the jurisdiction, katulad ng you have to provide these smoke detectors, these wet system sprinklers, this hose system, and of course the fire extinguisher, they have to abide. Or else,
Mhm.
I mean, somehow makaklose yung building because it is not safe for the occupants and it is not safe for the business. I mean, if it is a mixed occupancy, so mas lalo na dapat kasi there are parkings and there are, I mean, retails on the ground floor and
Yes.
syempre utilities natin. So we have to protect them everything.
And they have to comply kasi hindi nila makukuha yung occupancy permit nila kung hindi nila
Yes.
gawin 'yon, 'di ba?
Yes.
So ngayon in like for example in planning, no, can you tell us any design considerations, kunwari Gilbert, you in your expertise, no, can you tell us any design considerations on where to put alarm systems or fire detectors? Give us an overview. Saan nyo ba talaga nilalagay yan?
Um, Halimbawa katulad, let's take this residential ano. So halimbawa yung
Mm.
mga condo unit. So yung mga units has kailangan meron siya na na smoke detectors the whole way.
Mm.
Kailangan din ng smoke detector. Why? Kasi wala man siyang tao or any mag-broke na sunog or smoke something sa mga utilities natin na nasa hallway. So it has to be detected. And then the same thing yung mga plant rooms natin. They have to have detectors din kasi during I mean, hindi naman mayat-maya nandyan yung maintenance natin. So
Mm.
again, aside from the plant rooms, parking spaces ng residential, I mean, podium level, may parking syempre. And then pag sarado na yung mga ano natin, retails natin, may kailangan, meron din silang smoke detectors. And then for the
Mhm.
system, um, there are so-called addressable, semi-addressable. So ibig sabihin, kung if it is addressable, the panel, yung control panel, yung master ng FDAS system should show kung aling unit, if it is in the
Mhm.
residential floor, which unit yung may smoke, which is
Mhm.
very what you call this, it's safety siya. Bakit kamo?
Mhm.
Maybe that unit ay walang tao, nasa
Mhm.
vacation or what, kung nasan sila. And then suddenly nagkaroon ng any fault, nagkaroon ng smoke. I mean, sino magre-react doon? Wala. So
Mhm.
firstly talaga, I mean, smoke detector is the what you call the early possible na
Right. That's the
magre-react. Yes.
frontliner, 'di ba? The
Mm,
first
mm,
the
mm.
first thing that will react to that. And Nico, Panasonic has always been providing that system to us. And yung fire, ang alam naman natin ng smoke detectors, yun ang purpose niya. But as time, evolved, you guys improve your products. Ano bang mga bago na offer ni Panasonic when it comes to the smoke detectors? How is it integrated in the system and how do you guys use technology with that product?
Yes. Firstly for the smoke detector 'no, kasi, before during actually national pa, we've been selling the conventional type
Mhm.
or yung standard type. But since we are
Mhm.
venturing into addressable na yung mas high-tech, so we found a way or our, engineers from the factory, they were able to fuse AI, artificial intelligence, with
Mhm.
the detector. So the detector can now became a sensor. So meaning,
Mhm.
sine-sense niya yung environment kung saan siya naka-install. So yung possible scenario nun, for example, you put a smoke detector into a place na kinonvert into kitchen. So,
Mhm.
of course, merong presence ng smoke coming from cooking. So, ang gagawin nung sensor namin, which yung detector, pag-aaralan niya yung value ng smoke dun sa
Mhm.
specific place na yun. Kung may sudden increase, dun lang siya mag-a-alarm. Pero kung average value lang yung smoke, hindi siya mag-a-alarm. So yun yung technology niya. Additionally, right now we are kind of promoting din yung wireless na smoke
Mhm.
detector. So we are gearing towards din the wireless system, especially for the Philippine market kasi may mga cases na there are places na or there are certain area na hindi naaabangan. Pero upon
Mhm.
inspection ng BFP, oy dapat merong smoke detector yan. So yun yung pwede namin i-offer. Meron kami parang band-aid solution na very safe pa din. Kasi yun pa rin compliant pa rin siya with the code. So those are the type of uh, technology na in-infuse namin with our detectors. Right?
And you guys are already offering that in the market, the wireless smoke detector.
For the wireless, we're still clearing some certifications with the
Mhm.
NTC kasi meron siyang specific
Mhm.
na frequency na ginagamit eh. So although
Mhm.
we heard na exempted yung specific frequency, but just to be sure, we are requesting some certifications with uh, NTC.
And that's a good product, Gilbert. You think? Kasi Nico mentioned that it would be helpful for those existing buildings nga, 'di ba? Hindi mo na kailangan magbutas, hindi mo na hahabulin yung mga abang. What are your thoughts on that product?
Um, okay siya, though, I mean, it's a case-to-case basis
Mhm.
talaga. I mean, kung halimbawa, how big is the building? Um,
Mhm.
medyo, ano kasi siya, we have to dig in also with the code, yung code natin sa
Mhm.
Bureau of, Fire Code of the Philippines. So, we have to count the number of persons. We have to
Yes.
measure the area. So, I mean, doing wireless may comply. Oo, pero syempre,
Right.
uh, Nico can always check on the we comply, we comply. Then,
Yes, may
okay.
checklist sila
Yes,
lagi,
yes,
'di ba?
yes.
And like for example, for those who aren't very technical, Gilbert, paano nyo ba usually kino-compute yung or mini-measure how many detectors should you put, like for example, in one floor of a residential building?
Um,
Is it based on the occupancy? Is it based on the distance from one smoke detector to the other?
yeah, somehow ganun siya. Pero katulad na sa residential, if it is one unit,
Mm-hmm.
studio. So, kada studio meron siya.
Mm-hmm.
So, if it is a ballroom in the sa podium level, so it will be computed by area. And the
Mm-hmm.
spacing could be, syempre, architects, maganda rin yung, yung ceiling natin. So,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, we have to make an adjustment, but somehow 8 to 9 meters apart ng isang smoke detector. I mean, it's okay. So, ganun. So, we are just going to adjust. Siyempre, may ilaw pa kayo na and lighting is the master ng ceiling talaga. I don't argue with that. So,
That's right. That's right. And Nico, yung meron bang is there a system with your smoke detector that it can be connected? Let's say if you're a building owner or a unit owner, parang there's a system that you can check sa phone mo or any of your devices. If kunwari it sends a certain alarm, it will also alarm sa phone mo. Is there such a technology like that?
Yes, for the Panasonic, we have the web interface. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's a specific program tapos meron din siyang certain
Mm-hmm.
na hardware na i-include mo with the panel. So with that combination, pwede mo na siyang yung ma-access through web. Meron lang specific
Mm-hmm.
address, no? So and then we also have the software, yung aming monitoring software. Although hindi siya applicable for the phone kasi
Mm-hmm.
kailangan medyo widescreen yung view niya. Pero
Mm-hmm.
this is a graphical monitoring software na pwede siyang centralized and then pwede rin siyang global. So meaning,
Mm-hmm.
for example, if a project or for a developer, if they have several branches or several buildings in different parts of the Philippines, pwedeng maging centralized yung monitoring niya. And
And
then
mas
for
madali
the
yun, right?
yes, yes. For the mobile application naman, we actually have it with our maintenance system. So for the
Great.
maintenance, yung mga installer namin, they do have the app para pag-check nila, itatapat lang nila yung app nila with the detector, tapos automatic mariread na ng detector yung ng app yung status ng detector kung working siya or hindi. Then afterwards, magge-generate ng report yung app, yun yung isasubmit with the building owner. So
And
ganun
malaking
kadali yung
tulong yan sa
system.
mga building managers natin and yung mga facilities managers natin, di ba? Sila talaga yung makaka-benefit with that product. Now, Nico, from the Panasonic side, no, can you explain your approach, how you guys assess a site? Or how do you guys recommend for the designers and the consultants or contractors regarding your
Hmm.
product?
Yes. Basically, in terms of assessment, no, we identify first the type of occupancy, no, kung
Mm-hmm.
if it's a hotel or if it's a school. And then afterwards, kasi with Panasonic, we do have certain sets of products or certain sets of combination of detectors, something like that, in a specific project. For example, if it's a hotel, sleeping chamber, dapat
Mm-hmm.
yung siren mo well placed para mas maririnig siya 'pag natutulog yung user. Or meron din kaming product wherein the base has a built-in sounder. So yung sounder nandun na mismo
Mm.
dun sa
Oo.
detector. So ganun yung mga type of assessment. Even dun sa mga industrial side kasi right now the focus of our product is nag-specialize siya into industrial. So we have several types of products na perfect for cold storages, for clean
Mm-hmm.
rooms, for mga high risk or mga may mga rooms na merong fumes, may mga substances na may mga chemicals in the air na pwedeng maka-corrode din sa product or maka-cause ng fire. So may mga ganung types kami ng assessment. And then from there, once na ma-identify namin type of occupancy or type of protection that we will use, we will recommend, configure the models that are applicable with those type of projects. Get.
Right. And that's good that you assess the typology. No? Like, for example, it's not just one product for all kinds of project. Iba yung
Yeah.
sa data center, iba
Mm.
probably yung sa cold storage, you're right, na parang nagdedepende siya. And that's the importance, mga parts, of um, onboarding already will supply your solution at the same time onboarding the engineers and the other
Mhm.
consultants, 'di ba?
Yes.
Yan ang tinatry natin isabihin sa kanila na as early as the concept stage, kailangan talaga magkakasama na yung mga consultants ninyo to have
Mhm.
a better planning talaga. And parts, we welcome everyone's participation. If you have any questions or you would like to ask something to Engineer Gilbert and Nico regarding building security systems or solutions, please just feel free to type in the comment section and we'll try to answer that later. But partners, more building security strategies and solutions when Curve TV returns. Please don't go away.
You're mine, always you're mine, forever you're mine. Panasonic.
Parts, welcome back to Curve TV Season 3. Alam mo, Nico, that ad of Panasonic, medyo ano siya eh, very touching. Parang it's so calming. Bagay na bagay siya dun sa better life, a better world talaga. I mean, you know that the system solutions will really make you feel safe. And again, we'd like to remind everybody that Panasonic will be giving away gifts to 3 lucky viewers. And I don't know what Nico has for us. It's a surprise. So if you have any questions, just ask us, comment below, or you can just message one of us. All right. So let's talk more about these solutions, right? What's the most challenging project, Gilbert, that you've handled that required you with, let's say, a more difficult or a challenging security system?
Um, Actually, in a data center,
Mm-hmm.
isa sa mga pinaka-challenges dyan is that um, when normally kasi they arrive late, yung security consultant. So the problem
Okay,
now is
yes.
that we already modeled the building previously in
Mm-hmm.
in previous project. So yun yung na-encounter ko long way back pa. And then they are trying to put something, and then afterwards they are trying to put another system na, let's say, ngayon siya, tas i-upgrade pa nila ulit. Pero we're doing the construction already. So yun yung pinaka-challenge. Because may produkto ngayon, and then may produktong mas upgraded bukas, which is, I mean, the client wants to
Mm-hmm.
upgrade. Yun ang mas gusto niya eh. So
Mm-hmm.
that is something na, I mean, the contractor will do a lot of coring. So, yun,
Mm-hmm.
para sa mga pipes. So it's a bit of a challenge. Kaya nga kung halimbawa kung meron ng consultant, I mean, it's a good thing that Nico is always para siyang helpline dyan na nandyan.
Mm-hmm.
They could always provide na provisions. That is something that the team really needs provision na most likely dito tayo dadaan, ganyan, gantong kalakihan, we should provide this conduits, this pull box. And then kung magkakaroon ng changes, since mahaba kasi yung duration ng construction, yun yung nagkakaroon ng maraming upgrade. So, I mean, and that's the time na pwede natin sigurong sabihing eliminate this part. Hindi natin
Mm-hmm.
kailangan yan because of the upgrade. So, katulad ngayon, we're going wireless, di ba? So, it's a
Yes.
little bit, ang i-install na yan is yung mga, I don't know, you call it receiver or,
Mm-hmm.
somehow it's an antenna system, right, Nico? Okay. So, yung something na,
Is a base station.
actually, that's, yun yung challenge na isa pa na encounter mostly
Mm-hmm.
during the phase ng construction.
Nico, how do you guys handle that? Because Gilbert raised a very good example. No, we're talking about upgrades. You see one product and then you want to put this other one. Kasi in that duration, may makikita ka sa market, di ba? Na something more suitable, you would think, or better. But how does Panasonic work with that? Yung mga system
Um,
upgrades.
yes, basically yung ganong uh, um, problem, hindi naman siya problem, no? Pero yung ganong request from the market, papasok siya dun sa feature namin na backwards compatibility. So
Mm-hmm.
kasi as I mentioned, no, before we are just selling the conventional detector, but then we shifted to addressable. So what we did
Mm-hmm.
is we made the system compatible pa rin with the conventional. So even the detectors 25 or 30 years ago, tas naglagay ka ng bagong panel, the panel can still read those old detectors. So ganun yung ginagawa naming function. And then, of course, yung amin namang system, it's programmable. So if ever na meron kaming mga bagong equipment na nilabas sa market, just update the system. Parang cellphone lang siya, no? I-update mo
Mm-hmm.
siya para mabasa siya nung pinaka-panel natin. So it's easily future-proof siya, at the same time backwards compatible with ating product.
And that's good because you don't necessarily need to change the actual product, 'di ba? It's already the system that you need to upgrade. And I think, Gilbert, yun yung isang magandang nagagawa sa atin ng technology. Hindi mo na kailangan papalit-palit of that certain product. Pwede mo na lang with the system upgrade. And with Panasonic, you guys also have, aside from smoke detectors and fire alarms, you also have your auto door systems for homes, right? I want to know, Nico, how reliable is this? Like, one question would also be, do you need to change the existing door in order to install this system? Does this only work to new ones? Enlighten us.
Yes. For the auto door in terms of reliability, no, as I mentioned, no, kasi siya yung pinakabagong part ng product family namin. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
late last year lang namin siya na-introduce eh. So, in terms of the marketing, tsaka yung, we're still studying the market. But in terms of reliability, no, for the auto door, Panasonic has been selling this type of product for several years na in different country. So, yung pinaka-technology niya was perfected na already. So for the auto door kasi natin, for in terms of application, most likely it will require a new type of door as much as possible kasi may yung kanyang mga parts, meron siyang mga specific dimension lang and specific weight na nire-require. And then
Mm-hmm.
the mechanism itself, yung kanyang engine itself, we are using a DC powered motor. So the purpose of
Mm-hmm.
that is to lessen the consumption at the same time, mas mataas din yung power na nag-generate namin for the closing and opening. And then yung kanyang, meron siyang electric lock, so automatic pag naka-close yung door, naka-lock siya. Automatically
Mm-hmm.
naka-lock siya. And then there are also some functions na remote control. So for the remote control, we are using dual code technology, same as the technology dun sa mga car key system na kahit
Mm-hmm.
'di ba different cars pero may specific code yung yung remote para dun mo lang siya ma-operate. So yun yung mga certain types of features that promotes the reliability of our product. So for the question of kailangan magpalit ng door, yes, kailangan po siya palitan.
Very straightforward. Kailangan magpalit. Pero kasi,
Mhm.
the investment naman to change the door, it has that system. And in terms of security, di ba, yung peace of mind ba, if you're a building owner or if it's a retail or commercial space, to have that actual system will give you that peace of mind na once you close it, automatic lock. Kasi yan yung isang problema ngayon, di ba?
Mhm.
Nakakalimutan, i-lock yung office, nakakalimutan, i-lock yung commercial space, and doon nagkakaroon ng problem. Do you guys provide assistance or consultations before the actual installation? And what support
Yes,
do you
I see.
provide to the contractors or consultants when it comes to handling projects?
Yes. For the Panasonic side kasi, yung we have our own team, no, group of engineers
Mhm.
din. So these members are not just sales engineer, they're also expert in terms of the design. And then for our products, for example, yung mga fire alarm system, we do have our own software. So may mga dine-develop kaming software to assist yung mga customer namin na from the design stage pa lang, we can generate it into our software, yung mga CAD files nila, and then we can make our own configuration based on the specifications of the product. So, if ever na meron sa aming requirement na, or pa-configure naman ito under Panasonic spec. So, using that software, using the expertise of our members, we will come up with a specific design and then we'll present it with the consultant. So, this is what we came up. Ito yung applicable product, ito yung applicable locations, something like that. So, we assist during design stage pa lang, nandun na si Panasonic.
Gilbert, how helpful is that for you and your team to have someone like Nico on board in terms of planning and specifications and try to do the planning of the project?
Um, during the early stages, ano ba, wala pa
Mm-hmm.
yung project,
Mm-hmm.
normally we do scouts for the product na pwede namin i-include sa specs. So, I mean, in some certain level, pag na-meet nila yung standards and then they're going to be included in the specification as a list of, I mean, dependable na mga products, ganyan. So, in short, it helps us na mabigyan din si client ng, hey, this is our na-sort namin na mga reliable na products. So you may choose, you may choose from them. And it speeds up yung process ng una, logistics, ganyan, and procurement,
Mm.
and kumbaga, this product is readily available, this product is still going to be imported, so something like that. So consideration ni owner, he may choose whether he wants to wait dun sa
Mhm.
darating if it is abroad, or kung eto na yung readily available and then of the same quality, something like that.
And kasi it's better no to have someone give you
Yeah,
the
also.
technicalities of it.
Mhm, mhm,
Kumbaga the
mhm.
actual specification. Kasi you can design something pero because Nico is there and the team of Panasonic is there, they help you with the nitty-gritty part of it to make
Yes.
the project
Yes.
better, right? And
Yeah.
you guys, Nico, offer that for is there a consultation fee for that, or is that part of your service that's for free?
Yes, that's part of our service. It's for free, no commitment.
Yeah, no commitment. Pero
Mhm.
naman, talaga naman, I think, no, if you're as good as Nico to explain these things, talagang you will be able to integrate Panasonic to your projects. Now, to make things more interesting, so we have here Gilbert, who's a fire protection engineer. Why don't we call on one more member of the team who is an operations manager naman? And I'd like to call on architect Jeremiah Bildan, who's also going to join us here on the show. Hi, Architect Jeremiah.
Hello, good evening.
Thank you, sir. Ayan, nakahabol ka. And I will
Oo nga.
ask you straight up, di ba? Kasi we're talking about building system security here. And as an operations manager, importante ito from your end. How do you see this? How important is this? And how can the products of Panasonic help you out as an operations manager?
Siguro dahil operations manager in terms of architectural firm kami eh. Siguro in a
Mm.
point of view as a designer na lang, no?
Mm-hmm.
Better siguro yun as a point of view. Ah, kasi ano eh, syempre sa mga projects namin like commercial buildings and for example, mga residential buildings, apartments, syempre importante talagang check mo yung security, no? Lalo na kung mga
Mm-hmm.
privacy din ng mga tenants nyo. Ganyan. Syempre, yung mga gamit nila, no? Mga personal belongings nila. Importante yung security nga, and with your products, di okay nga. And yung mga systems ninyo, ano ba yung mga systems nyo, like kasama din ba mga fire protection, no? Tama ba?
Yes.
Ayan,
Yun.
syempre mga fire
Nandyan
protection
yan.
nyo, no? And fire detection, fire alarm, smoke detection, ayun, kailangan talaga.
And Nico, how do you guys support that from that perspective naman of the consultants from an operations manager's point of view? Ano naman ang support na nagagawa ni Panasonic for that?
Yeah, from our installations na yung mga previous tsaka ongoing and current installations namin. So we are providing, during installation pa lang, we are sending a member from us to supervise yung installation. So that will give the end user side, medyo marirelax sila kasi merong, they're assured na merong supervision from the brand itself. And then once installed, kami din yung nagko-conduct ng pre-orientation training dun sa mga assigned
Okay.
fire brigade personnel. It could be a from factory personnel or even the security guards. So we are providing the training to them on how to operate the panel itself in terms of basic operations, no. And then during operation or once installed na, if ever magkaroon ng trouble, so our system integrators, yung aming mga installers, they are very much available 24/7 siya actually kasi we have cases na may mga alarms at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., may mga nagkakaroon ng trouble. Then yung technical support naman, we do have the local technical support, we have technical support from Japan, and at the same time, we have technical support from Sweden kasi some of our items are made of Sweden. So in terms of the support sa pag may trouble, pag-explain sa mga fire brigade personnel, sa mga maintenance personnel natin. So all of that, we can provide the support.
Yun ang importante, and I'm sure Gilbert and Jeremiah will agree with me on this, yung after sales ng products.
Oh.
Kasi at the onset, di ba, Jeremiah,
Yes.
any
Actually,
thoughts?
yun ang
Agree eh.
nakaka-disappoint di ba? Usually, yan nakaka-disappoint sa mga ibang brands eh. Pag nabili mo na, yung after sales, yun yung disappointment.
That's the end. Oo, tapos na yun.
Oo. Talagang mafe-feel mo eh. Kasi sa simula, talagang the promises are there. Yes, exceptional yung mga products, maganda yung design, it is able to provide the actual need of it. Pero kapag nasira na, yun tayo nagkakaproblema. And Nico is there to assure everybody that the after sales of Panasonic is great. And 24/7, sinabi mo, diba?
Yes, yes.
Na on the spot siya.
I
Pero
can- I
after
can-
Ano
sales.
ba yun?
Jeremiah.
I can vouch on
Tinatap
that.
pa kayo within ilang days, you can service it, ganun ba?
Actually, depende dun sa emergency, no? Kasi we have actually previous case na there was an emergency alarm sa isang factory at 2 a.m. nga, yung ginamit ko example. And then, right away, since meron kaming, yung mga system integrators kasi namin, we do have several system integrators that are positioned in different parts of the Philippines. So, yung nearest SI or yung SI na nag-install dun sa specific project, meron din siyang mga technician na pwede niyang isend right away. So kung pwede naman siya i-address, for example, baka pwedeng i-silence mo na yung alarm, balikan natin kinabukasan. So ganun kabilis yung servicing. And if ever na hindi available yung SI namin, as I mentioned, we have our own technical engineers who can support. Parang sila yung nagiging backup personnel ng SI. Sila yung mismo pupunta dun sa site to address yung concern.
Di may mga free trainings din ba para sa mga, for example, building managers, operators ng building? Sorry, ano tawag natin dito?
These facilities managers,
Facility
property managers.
no? Property managers, no? So, ano yung may technology transfer o free training din ba sa kanila from your end? O certification enrollment?
Yes, from the start kasi we are providing the pre-orientation training. So, yung content ng training na yun is the basics of the panel itself, how to control it. And then if you want to upgrade din dun, gusto nyo malaman yung pinaka-advanced. So we can also provide that type of training, especially if there are cases na gusto nung mismong client na they can have access mismo dun sa panel. Especially pag merong mga specific program na gusto silang baguhin, lilipat nila yung zoning, lilipat nila yung certain types of alarm. So meron din kaming pwedeng i-provide na training ng ganun. But once you operate with the panel, as much as possible, nagpapadala kami ng personnel namin to support. But for the training itself, yes, we are providing the technical training to our customers.
Kasi important din yun, Jeremiah, kasi kailangan maintindihan nung nag-ooperate how it works and how to at least troubleshoot it on onset, 'di ba? Kapag may problema. And I think that's also the important service that any supplier, any solutions provider can offer, which is the training and also the after sales. Now I want to pick everybody's brain, no? I want to know what trends in security systems or probably technology solutions you think will emerge next year or we could probably look out for. Let's start with Gilbert. In terms of fire protection, yung design na ginagawa mo, is there any technology solution or system that will emerge in the coming years?
Siguro kasi yung sa fire protection is nandun siya, para siyang empirical formula na hindi na siya mababago. So nandun na yung from the start na siya na-imbento hanggang ngayon, ganun pa rin siya. Pero I think the one that will be yung mag-emerge is with regards dun sa controls, sa how they deliver the katulad nga ng sinabi ni Nico, kung AI na ngayon, baka mas super AI na sa susunod na mga panahon pa. So, better frequency, katulad, not with the NTC, syempre meron kayong specific band na ginagamit for the yung sa signals. So, maybe that could be improved also, saka yung kung how they are going to propagate or kung sino-sino yung dapat i-distribute yung alarm na hey, we're having an emergency here, something like that. Uh,
Tama. And totoo yan, no? The use of AI talaga in all our systems and all our gadgets and products, malaking bagay yan. Kasi later on, system integration na lang yung mangyayari. We just control one, probably a software or an app, and then everything else makikita mo na doon. Jeremiah, you, from your perspective, are there any wish lists na sana mag-emerge na tong technology mo or sana mangyari siya sa mga design na ginagawa mo?
Ako siguro yung threat nito yung how user-friendly. And minsan kasi masyado nang dependent din sa internet o wifi. Paano kung yun yung nagka-problema? Siguro yun yung mga threats, no? Na dapat, siguro ma-address naman ng mga technology ngayon yan. Lalo na, for example, mga backup power system kayo or backup data. I don't know. Kayo ang experts dyan. Pero
That's true. It's tricky no? Kapag wifi.
Oo. Tama. Oh, usually yung mga issues, di ba? I see naman, syempre yung user-friendliness, yun ang importante na sana, paano kung yung building manager mo, yung mga facility, mga tao namin, no, for example, paano kung matanda na, medyo hirap ng matuto ng bago, di ba? Syempre yun yung mga challenges eh. So, pagiging user-friendly, yun. Syempre, minsan yung building owner din, gusto nila, naintindihan din nila yan eh. Di ba?
Right. And totoo yun, yung how people will understand or how can they use the technology. And Nico, I think the reason why I ask this is because these are, these comments and wish lists will help you guys improve your product also. Or maybe, Panasonic has already done that with your, with the services that you have in the systems. Can you tell us more about that? Are there any technologies that we can look forward to also from Panasonic? Anong meron kayo na hindi rin namin alam na, oh, wait lang, kami meron na kaming ganyan.
Yun, so basically no yung na-mention ko kanina, we already have the wireless, pero as I mentioned by Engineer Gilbert, no, we have to improve pa din yung in terms of the frequency. Especially sa mga buildings here sa Philippines, masyadong busy yung network, masyadong walls, maraming possible na mga disturbances pagdating dun sa wireless technology. So in that area, I'm sure there are certain developments na ginagawa si factory namin, mga engineers namin. And then also we are looking forward din na even us as a sales company, we are looking forward din into more integration, especially with the IP technologies, no, or IP system, yung pwede mo na siyang i-integrate with Alexa or HomePod. Kasi right now, especially for the alarms, for example, mga high-rise, there's alarm in 14th floor, di ba? May mga nagsasaltang ganun. But it is integrated with, may mga voice systems sila. So what if merong IP integration na yung fire alarm na pwede mo siyang integrate with HomePod or Alexa, na si Alexa na yung magsasabi na there's a fire in this specific area. So with Panasonic, yes, we are in works with different types of technology. Even the panel, yung panel namin masyadong bulky, so we're looking for ways on how to slim it. We are developing some products na parang panel siya pero parang tablet lang siya na imamount mo sa wall pero good as panel yung function niya. So aesthetically, ang ganda niya tingnan, pwede siyang ilagay mga receptions. So yun, basically for the upcoming products saka upcoming developments, we regularly ina-update naman yung aming mga customer base. So, the channels that we have, the promotions that we have. So yun yung mga ways namin to promote.
And as designers, gusto namin yung mga ganyan, aesthetically pleasing. Yung pwede mong ilagay lang, di ba, isalpak dyan and magiging part siya of the design. At the same time, it's nice to know that Panasonic is gearing towards that direction. Integrating it to Alexa, Siri, yung Google Home mo, everybody's trying to do that na kasi sa mga, lalo na ngayon, ang daming condo units, owners, 'di ba? Yan ang malaking population natin, and integrating these systems and people are working, eventually when we will open up once again, yung mga tao aalis na ulit ng bahay and they need to find a way on how they can still monitor their units and feel safe. And I think integrating that within that software would be a really, really good trend. Now, We don't have much time, no? Ang daming pwedeng pag-usapan talaga pag technology. And tamang-tama yung pagpasok ni Jeremiah dito kasi ito na yung fun part ng show. Kasi magtatanong ako ng random questions na wala namang kinalaman sa trabaho natin, no? We just wanna end the show very light and I wanna get to know more. Paano ba talaga nag-iisip ang mga system solutions provider natin at the same time mga consultants natin outside of work? So we are going to do some fast talk. These are very random questions. Again, wala talaga tong kinalaman sa ginagawa natin. For the sequence, ang gagawin natin, it's Nico, Jeremiah, and then Gilbert. No explanation needed. Sasagot lang kayo. Pipili lang kayo. Okay, here we go. What do you like to do in your free time? Nico?
Netflix.
Jeremiah?
Music.
Okay,
Um,
Gilbert?
Play airsoft. Yan. Mobile Legends.
Wow! Okay, airsoft, pwede. What do you, okay, dream destination?
Paris.
Okay,
London.
okay.
Barrier Reefs, Australia.
Okay, very interesting answers. What movie can you watch over and over without getting tired? Or parang talagang di na kayo magsasawa dyan sa movie na yan?
Avengers.
Okay?
Iron Man.
Okay?
Black Hawk Down.
Okay. Talagang lalaking-lalaki yung mga movie. Kala, iniintay ko baka may magsasagot ng chick flick dyan eh. Wala. Okay. Okay, K-drama. Alright. Beach or mountain?
Beach.
Mountain.
I'll go with the trees, mountain.
Okay. What's wrong but sounds right? Hindi ako yung gumawa ng tanong na to. Medyo mahirap. Oh, sige, sagutin nyo yan. Challenge. What's wrong but sounds right?
What's wrong? Pwedeng food, chicharon, ganon.
Oh, sige, okay.
Mali ba yung chicharon? I mean, sorry to... I mean,
Pag
this is
marami
something...
siguro.
Oh.
Pag sumobra siguro, no?
Oh.
Masama na. Dapat
Masama
paminsan-minsan lang. O, Jeremiah.
Lechon.
Okay.
Pagkain.
Actually, I don't know what to answer. I mean, I have to pass on this one. Ano ba talaga?
Sisig siguro. Sisig. Okay,
Sisig.
eto. Would you rather have super sensitive taste buds or super sensitive hearing?
Hearing sa akin.
Okay?
Hearing na lang.
Okay?
Hearing na lang. Saka na lang
Okay.
yung buds pagka matanda na tayo.
Oh, sige, tama, no? At saka, actually, kailangan talaga ngayon ng sensitive taste buds. Ayaw natin pag nawawala tayo ng panlasa nowadays, di ba? So, kailangan na okay ang taste buds natin. Last question. Dream business to put up outside design and construction.
Restaurant.
Okay?
Mobile gotohan.
Okay? Gilbert?
Okay, this is the twist nung masculinity na sinasabi mo kanina. I wanna have a salon for couple.
Oh,
or men
yeah.
and women. Yeah.
Oh,
Yun ang gusto
yan.
ko. A salon.
Again, kaya ako to gustong part ng show kasi wala talagang kinalaman sa mga ginagawa natin sa buhay. So thank you very much, Nico, Jeremiah, for still joining us here, and Gilbert. Thank you very much for sharing with us your expertise and talking about this design trends and technology and how we can make things more safe for everybody, especially with the help of Panasonic and their solutions when it comes to building systems. Now, how can we guys find you on your socials? Please promote your if you have a website, or how can we contact you guys? Let's start with Gilbert.
Actually, hindi nyo ako makikita talaga because
Yun ang maganda.
I mean, I'm planning to have one siguro.
Okay.
Yeah, soon.
Okay, we will wait
Thank
for
you.
that site, no?
Yeah,
Jeremiah?
You may search for Build the Nation Architects in Instagram or in Facebook, and you may just chat there, tapos ako yung sasagot.
Ayun. And ano yan, mabilis ka sumagot, yan ang kailangan ngayon.
Yan,
Very
pwede nyo
responsive.
yan, pwede nyo i-browse din yung mga previous projects. Ayan, so,
Mhm.
kung may nagustuhan kayo, ayan, just paano kayo makatulong sa inyo sa mga requirements.
Alright. And Nico?
Yes, Panasonic Life Solution page that's available in Facebook. And then, yun, for we also have our website.
Mhm.
You can just type Google Panasonic Life Solutions. Lalabas na yung complete
Of course.
website.
For sure. And a lot of people, syempre, kung hindi nyo alam ang Panasonic, ewan ko na lang, no? So, i-google nyo lang yan. Lalabas na dyan ang lahat ng products nila. And before we end the show, we promised everyone, Nico, that we have 3 lucky winners that will receive, wow, what is that? Can you please tell us what that is?
One of the prizes a portable nano e-generator. So this is perfect for disinfection, sanitation.
Mhm.
So and then we also have the UV light, portable UV light. So pwede siya sa
I
car
like
kasi
that.
mga portable siya.
Meron ako yung UV light na yan. And guys, maganda yan. Every time nagpapagrab kayo, papadeliver kayo, before you use it, ano nyo lang yung UV doon, perfect na siya. And the nano is
Yes.
very helpful. Pwede siya sa kotse din, di ba? Just like a
Yes.
purifier, humidifier. Okay,
Hmm.
and we have 3 winners already. Congratulations to Angela May Cardenas, Ronald Malikdem, and Edgardo Shulvo Jr. Congratulations. We will be messaging you so that we can get your address and we will be giving you the gift from Panasonic. Once again, thank you very much, Engineer Gilbert, Architect Jeremiah, and of course, Engineer Nico Placer. Salamat po sa inyong mga sinabi sa amin tonight and we really enjoyed it. More power to your projects and we look forward to seeing you all soon. Before we close, partners, for sponsorship and collaborations, if you want to feature your projects or your company, please email boulderchannelph@gmail.com. Tomorrow, Thursday, catch Jamie G on Grind at 7:30 p.m. and special Happy Quick at 9 p.m. only here at the Boulder Channel. All right, stay safe, everyone. Get an architect, get a contractor, get an engineer, get a designer, get ahead of the curve. I'm Patch Kansana, and you've just watched a special Curve TV Bull Talk Season 3 with Panasonic. A better life, a better world. See you next Wednesday. Bye, guys.
Bye! Thank you!
Bye.